It's time for your 420 Radio News for Friday, April 12th, 2013. I'm Russ Belville. New bill would protect legal marijuana users from federal law. This from usnews.com. Representative Dana Rohrabacher, Republican of California, is about to introduce a bill that protects marijuana users and business owners from federal prosecution as long as they are in compliance with state laws. The bill would amend the Controlled Substances Act, which makes the sale and use of marijuana illegal under federal law. The Respect State Marijuana Laws Act has 5 co-sponsors on both the Republican and Democratic side of the aisle, including Representatives Justin Amash, Republican of Michigan, Don Young, Republican of Alaska, Earl Blumenauer, Democrat of Oregon, Steve Cohen, Democrat of Tennessee, and Jared Polis, Democrat of Colorado. If passed, the law would immunize pot users and business owners in the states of Colorado and Washington, which both voted in November to make marijuana legal for people over the age of 21. A poll released by Pew Research Center last week found 60% of Americans think the federal government should not interfere with states where marijuana is legal. Robert DuPont, who was the first director of the National Institute on Drug Abuse and the second White House drug czar, said, quote, "It's hard for me to imagine any state law so clearly in conflict with federal law as the legalization of marijuana in Colorado and Washington. Yet it's 4 months after, and we've still heard nothing." Feds scoop up medical marijuana patient records in Oregon investigation. This from the Seattle Post-Intelligencer. Despite Oregon's best efforts to keep medical marijuana patient records private, a federal search warrant forced the state agency to hand over some records, according to recently discovered court records. The warrant was executed in November of last year against the Oregon Medical Marijuana Program, the state agency that administers the Oregon Medical Marijuana Act, voted into law in 1998. As part of an investigation into growers in Oregon suspected of dealing on the black market, a special agent with the DEA obtained the warrant to aid his investigation. When asked about the warrant and the records taken, officials with the Oregon Public Health Division, which runs the cannabis program, said the agency, quote, "routinely releases records pursuant to a court order," end quote. In October, the U.S. Attorney for Northern California sent a chilling subpoena to the county seeking records that related to that county's unique medical marijuana arrangement growers, reported the East Bay Express newspaper. The subpoena for Mendocino County sought, quote, "names and locations of pot gardeners, county bank records, and any and all legal correspondence, etc." The grand jury subpoena stepped all over medical record privacy laws and the attorney-client privilege, lawyers in the case noted, end quote. However, county officials there hired a lawyer and fought the subpoena. Industrial Hemp Development Act introduced in Minnesota, from thedailychronic.net. A bill to permit and regulate the cultivation of industrial hemp was introduced to the Minnesota Senate on Thursday. Senate Bill 1590, the Industrial Hemp Development Act, was introduced by Senator Brandon Peterson, a Republican, and Senator Sean R. Nenow, another Republican. The bill has been assigned to the Senate Jobs, Agriculture, and Rural Development Committee. Missouri hemp bill gets a Senate hearing, awaits further action, from thedailychronic.net. Legislation to legalize the licensed cultivation of industrial hemp, Senate Bill 358, has received a hearing and awaits action by the Missouri Senate General Laws Committee. Senate Bill 358, sponsored by Senator Jason Holzman, a Democrat, would exempt industrial hemp, defined as containing less than 1% THC, from the state's Controlled Substances Act, and allow anyone not convicted of a drug-related crime to grow it, allowing Missouri to authorize a licensed statewide hemp industry. Ramona couple faces prison for medical marijuana crop, from NBC San Diego. A Ramona couple stands accused of illegally growing pot on their property despite holding county-issued medicinal marijuana cards. At 5:30 in the morning, federal and state narcotics agents with guns drawn raided the home of Dennis and Deborah Little. The 64-year-old suffers from a chronic nerve disorder. His wife, Deborah, 59, is a cancer patient treated for AIDS for the last 20 years. Prosecutors say there is enough evidence to show the couple was breaking the law. Police can arrest people who answer the door smoking marijuana, New Jersey court rules. From NewJersey.com, police officers who are greeted at the door by someone puffing marijuana can force their way in to make an arrest, the state Supreme Court ruled Wednesday. The man who served his 6-year sentence and paroled last year had argued the police trampled his rights under the state constitution and the Fourth Amendment, which protect people from unreasonable search and seizure of their homes. That's your 420 Radio News for Friday, April 12th, 2013. I'm Russ Belville. When we come back, we go behind the headlines and take a satirical look at the Pew Research poll showing majority support for marijuana legalization and watch video from Stephen Colbert, who just can't believe it's true. You're listening to The Russ Belville Show on 420radio.org. We'll be right back.